Hey friends, welcome back to the Data Crunch podcast. I'm your host Vadym, and today's episode is about something every data analyst struggles with: giving business users access to data without opening the floodgates to chaos. We're talking about how to train and empower users to explore data, but responsibly within clearly defined limits. And joining me today is someone who's walked this tightrope more times than I can count: Ruslan, our head of product at OX. Ruslan, always great to have you back on our podcast.
Hey Vadym, great to be here and thanks for having me. Yeah, this one's trickier because self-service reporting sounds, amazing. Let's give everyone data and make better decisions faster. But without some basic training, it's like, giving a Formula 1 car to someone who is only, ever driven a scooter. Best case, they stand still. Worst case, they crash into your metrics.
Oh yeah, I get it. Brutal, but accurate. And real quick, before we dive in, if you're into real-world stories about data, reporting, and everything in between, subscribe to our YouTube channel or your favorite podcast app. We drop new episodes every Thursday, and they always come with practical tips and hard-earned lessons. Alright, so let's get started with this big myth. If we just give everyone access to Looker or Metabase, the job's done, right? So what's the problem with that line of thinking?
Well, actually, it's one of the most common mistakes. Companies think access equal empowerment. But it's just, step one. Without training or boundaries, people misinterpret the data, break or duplicate dashboards, or worse, spread outdated metrics across, the whole organization.
Yeah, I heard you have a story for almost everything. Would you give me a good one here as well?
Oh, definitely. So, one team rolled out Looker Access company-wide, and business users duplicated a revenue dashboard and rewired all the filters to, make it better. A month later, their entire sales team had been using their own revenue metrics off by 15%. No one realized until the VP asked why the numbers didn't match their forecast. That is what happens when training is skipped.
Yeah, guys, do not skip the training. Practice makes perfect. So let's talk about what good training actually looks like. Where should teams even start?
Start simple. Cover 3 core things. So first, set expectations. What users can do versus what they shouldn't touch. Where to find trusted metrics. How to, request changes the right way. Second, teach basic data literacy. Dimensions versus metrics. Filters, data ranges, comparisons. What last 30 days really means. And the last but not least, explain the why. Why we have guardrails. Why exploring isn't the same as editing. Why logic needs to stay centralized.
Yeah, thank you for the detailed breakdown, Ruslan. And I should point out that explain the why part is key. When users understand the reasoning, they're much less likely to break things out of frustration or curiosity.
Exactly. Most people don't want to break anything. They just don't know where their guardrails are.
Yeah. All right. So let's say training's done. How do we enforce the boundaries without turning into the data police?
There is a balance. Start by building structure into your tools, not just your policies. Create roles or tiers of access. Viewer, Explorer, admin. Use semantic layers or data marts, so users only see what they are supposed to. And promote safe zones like office hours for questions, templates for standard reports, or sandbox dashboards for experimentation.
Yeah, I like the idea of a sandbox. People can play without setting off explosions.
For sure. And tools help here too. In OXBI, we use permission settings at the dataset level. In Looker, you've got Explore-only mode. Metabase supports sandboxing too. It's not about control. It's about, creating a safe environment for exploration.
Yeah, cool. So let's wrap this up. What is the main takeaway you want to emphasize for our podcast viewers and listeners?
Self-service without training is a recipe for disaster. But when you combine clear onboarding, role-based access, and ongoing support, your business users become partners, not risks. Start small. Every 30-minute session and one pager of exploration rules can save you hours of cleanup later.
Yeah, love that summary. Thanks for sharing your thoughts on this. And guys, if you're looking to roll out the self-service responsibly, check out OXBI that helps you define trusted datasets, lock in the logic, and give users the freedom to build reports without fear of breaking things. You can try it for free at ox.com. You can also head to our GitHub and check out our OX data marts you can deploy instantly. Collect any marketing, financial, or CRM data into Sheets or BigQuery for free with our pre-built templates. No vendors, no lock-in, no permissions sharing with third parties, just JavaScript plus full control for you. And hey, if you've got a wild self-service story or need help with training guides, drop us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.
Remember, to train smart, set boundaries, and your users will surprise you in the best way.
Yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week on the Data Crunch podcast. Take care, everyone.